Well, I thought I'd never make it because I'm the only one alive from the parishioners. I'm the only one alive now. The last one that died was 101, that we buried her last week, and I'm going to be 100. Oh, well, I went to school, yeah, because I was born and I was christened here. So I'm an old parishioner here because I was christened at this church. I couldn't have any children. I was married 6 years, and I said to my husband, well, we either adopt a baby or I'll change doctors. I changed doctors. I went to this one doctor. He said, you got to have an operation. So I had an operation. I had a boy 6 months later. Then my boy was 4.5 years old. My mother was dying, and my mother said to me, Mary, it's no good to have one baby. See if you can have another one. I said, Mother, I'm not doing nothing. I wish I could. I didn't want her. There's 6 years between my son and her. 6 years difference. So my mother died August 11th, 1948. My boy went to school here because he was 4.5 years old. And I worked at the United Way for 32 years in the accounting office. They asked me to come to work. I said, I'll come to work, but I have to have my own hours. They gave me my own hours that I was able to bring my boy to school, pick him up, and I went to work because they called me for part-time. What do you think? The doctor called me at the hotel when we were having our meeting. I was having my meeting. Mrs. Mazur calling? Mrs. Mazur calling? I answered the phone. He says, Mrs. Mazur, you're pregnant. So she came the next year. And the nuns, our nuns, said to me, Mary, she interceded for me. See, she prayed for me. And she was born the next day, next year.
And knitting,
crocheting, knitting,
tatting.
All, ja, bardzo dobrze haftowała wszystko, bo mieliśmy takie kółko, że co tydzień myśmy razem byli i robili, albo te wyszywali. 18th birthday, I don't even remember if I got any gift or not. I can't remember. But I did have a big, big party when I was 80 years old in a big restaurant, and I had close to 300 people. And the fella that ran the restaurant was my friend that we graduated school here, St. Michael's, and he was my best friend. And he and I were the only one alive at that time. And he always said, and you know, he donated all the wine at that party for me. At every table, we got a bottle of wine for the party. Yeah. My favorite movie? I like love stories. Music, I like classical. Very slow, nice, beautiful. They don't do it anymore. You don't even hear classical music. When I had the old car, I had the little cassettes. I had so many, but now I got the new car, so I have to have that CD, and I don't only have one yet. I didn't even use that you gave me. Daniel Wave. I don't know. All I do is always pray to God that I hope, easy, and I hope He did, that I'm worthy of you, God. That's all I always say and pray. No other wishes, no. I just hope and pray that I don't give anybody any trouble. I feel sorry for you, you know. And I said, just God, give me a happy death, and if I'm not worthy, well, because you never know what's going to happen. You know, like I said, I never knew that this was going to be happening. that twice I was in the hospital, twice I was in a nursing home. I never expected that, you know. And I always told my daughter, I don't want no birthday parties for 100, no birthdays. But I'm having so many now that... I belong to the Daughters of the Holy Spirit in Putnam. I'm an associate. It's just like the third order in our Franciscan order. Mm-hmm. Well, they call themselves a third order, Chichisakun. And here I belong. We call ourselves Associate Daughters of the Holy Spirit. They're nuns. Mm-hmm. They're at Putnam, Connecticut. So I belong there. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And we go there for retreats and all. In fact, I missed one retreat that I was in the hospital. Yeah. So. And this is always, I pray too. When I found out that I was pregnant, I says, Lord, please, if I could have a little girl, I'd appreciate it. But if I'm not worthy, just give me a wealthy child.
Healthy.
But
wealthy too.
Wealthy going.
I'm not going anyplace. I don't know my future, as I said. I'm just trusting to God that, as I said, that He'll be good to me, that I won't have any trouble from my daughter or anybody. But you never know. Well, I don't know, because I was too active. I was never home. I only slept when home. Ja nigdy nie wiedziałam. Ja zawsze wiem, że ja dziękuję Bogu, że nie wiem, czy doczekam, czy nie, bo naprawdę ja zachorowałam i ja też myślałam, że ja nie doczekam do 100. Bo ja byłam 2 razy już w szpitalu i nursing home, ale Pan Bóg jeszcze mnie trzyma, bo widocznie On chce, aby jeszcze dalej robiła i pomagała ludziom. Well, all I did, I always said to my daughter, I don't want any parties. And my daughter, I said, we can have the family. I have 3 children, grandchildren, 4 great-grandchildren, because I only had my daughter. I had a son, but he was in Vietnam War, and he lost both of his legs. But he died 8 years ago with a heart attack watching television. So I only got her now. And she lives in Rhode Island. She's very good. Every weekend she comes to see me and helps me with my pills and all, because I never took a pill in all my life. And now I have to take pills. That I feed the homeless. 12 years I've been given breakfast. Oatmeal, a bowl of oatmeal, every Wednesday. 3 razy
3 razy.
w Polsce. Ja poszłam, bo ja należę do Sokolstwa Polskiego. To jest duża organizacja. Ja też należę do weteranów, ale ja jestem skarbniczka The Auxiliary, to znaczy kobieckiej organizacji Auxiliary. I was in a very bad automobile accident that I was in Florida from February till April. I had 2 broken arms, broken jaw, big bash in the head, and as I said, I was in the hospital from February 9th till the end of April. Oh yes, I can tell you lots of jokes, yeah. Mąż i żona zawsze siedzieli w kościele pierwsze rzędzie. I proboszcz miał kazanie, długie kazanie. Mąż zasnął i kiwa głowę. A ksiądz mówi do Helcia, zbudź męża. Ojciec położył jego spać, niech ojciec jego obudzi. That's it, yeah.